What's up, comic and pop culture fans? This is James with Mint Hunter Comics, and today we are going to talk about one of the most underappreciated artists, I believe, of all time for the comic book medium. When you think of the greats, we always hear Adams, Wrightson, Kirby, Ditko, and as you should, they not only had great art, but they were very pioneering and influential. But there's one name that always gets lost, and there are a couple reasons why I think that is, which we'll get into, that had frankly better stuff than everybody at the time and would go on to influence Neal Adams and other greats. That's right, we're here today to talk about Nick Cardy, and the shame of it is, I bet there's a number of you that haven't even heard the name. So we're gonna educate you real quick on this dude. Purple Heart winner, World War II veteran Nick Cardy got started real early when he was a kid. After the war, his art started to get noticed by the publishers at the time. He started small, but by the 60s, he was doing such major titles as Aquaman, Spectre, Teen Titans, and more. He would eventually become one of the most prominent cover artists in the very early 70s, until he was fired early and left comic books behind, focusing on his more artistic career. I think the reason he gets a little forgotten is because his stretch is a much more narrow window to that of someone like Jack Kirby, and he was on titles like Aquaman, not Spider-Man or Batman. So he does get a little lost in the cracks, but I'm going to let the art speak for itself here, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what he was doing at the time. While you had kind of goofy covers coming out from Ditko that looked like this. Meanwhile, you've got Nick Cardy coming out with masterpieces that look like this. So for the next 30 seconds, I'm going to shut up and just let Nick's art speak for itself. While a lot of artists showed a little bit of stress for time, Nick continued to put poster-grade quality into each of his covers. He was able to show complex human emotion in the faces of his characters. He used a lot of different colors and a lot of black to frame his art uniquely and add a very unique composition. I truly believe that he had one goal in mind, and that he wanted each of his covers to be made into a poster and be hanging in some kid's room. Almost every single one of his covers have that quality or unique perspective about them that makes them stand out among the rest. He was using complex perspective during a time where you just did not see that at all. And I think what it comes down to is that he just cared. He just cared about the pieces, and his lasting legacy is that of some gosh darn beautiful artwork that was ahead of its time to the max. And while he did go on to make some extremely prolific covers of the 70s, I do think he is my personal favorite 1960s comic book cover artist. So the next time you're on the convention floor and you overhear someone saying, "Wow, these Aquaman covers are really great," know that they're probably talking about a Nick Cardy cover. Maybe you can take a moment to educate them on this absolutely legendary dude. who I believe is the most underappreciated and a bit lost in time artists that we've ever seen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and consider joining. It's $1.99 a month, and it's basically my Patreon, and it helps me do videos like these now that I am entirely self-employed. I will see you at the next video. Keep on hunting.